little extra motivation for a team playing in front of the Happy New Year's Eve. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports for the NBA. We're all dressed up in... Well, Greg, we know tonight marks the end of the year, the calendar year, but we're still in the thick of this NBA season.
No doubt, Kevin. And for teams that aren't doing as well, this is a good opportunity to reset. Leave all your troubles in last year and usher in the new one with a new mindset.
MP is not taking these conference matchups lightly. He doesn't want to just be the best and make it into the All-Star game. He has made it known he wants to be the guy.
MP certainly backing up that talk with his walk. He's done what he needs to against the conference foes to this point. Keep it going, and he's well on his way to backing up that claim.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. They've got Towns. Frazier is out there with Griffin. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's McCain in at the two-guard spot. Griffin passes to Frazier.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
One thing you can pretty much count on with the Heat, Brent Barry, they're going to grind it out.
Yeah, this team has always been built around tenacity and toughness. Even with the big three, with LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosh, there was a bit of a metamorphosis with the way LeBron approached games. Kind of being hated on was something they embraced, and that culture demands that hustle, accountability, and will consistently be about their culture.
Back to Brunson. Back to Frazier. 6 to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot. And here's Brunson outside. Good on the three-point shot. Brunson's got 5 now.
Moments left to go. Bravo to Brunson for staying cool.
Heat moving the ball around. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Here's Z. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. This game against Miami here, their first look at the Heat.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year they came out on the losing end. And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more on their radar after knocking down something like that.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Here's McCain. And yes, it's good.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel-good.
The Heat trail by 3. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. Z in that last game against Memphis was dominant. He finished with 52 points, and to no one's surprise, he was dialed in from deep. A mind-blowing effort, one that's going to be hard to repeat, but hard to bet against him. Kevin?
Yeah, David, he was in attack mode all night long. GA really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on. And there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
Williams, he's checked in for the Knicks. Z, good.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Offensive rebound. Here's McCain. No good from outside. Miami trailing. Z the pass to Roddy. Here's Hardy. It's blocked. Williams with the ball. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Pass to Brunson. Outside, Towns. Here's McCain. Boy, he was something else against Utah.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Hey, yo, right here.
Body the pass to Z. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
For Miami, they've gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense.
Ooh, put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Towns kicks to Frazier. Brunson, right side. New York, no good that time either. Here's Z. Brunson covering. Z, good.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Heat out front as they wrap up the first quarter on a 14-6 run. And Bio's checked in for the Heat. Z comes in for Trendon Watford. The Heat leading by 6. Hero out there. Good! Another from 3.
Well, we expected him to come in firing. It's just another three-point barrage.
What a phenomenal run it's been for him. Nearing 5th on the list of most triples in a season.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Pass to Hart. Towns, a screen on Hackett. Hart the pass to Towns. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Towns has got his first 2 points of the night.
And how about the confidence right there? Towns feeling like he can shoot whenever and wherever he wants.
Here's Z. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
Nobody getting a hand in his face in that painted area. That's a miss he's going to be disappointed with.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple. When I came into this league as a defender, I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
He certainly, DA, is a two-way threat. Griffin. The three-pointer, no good. The Heat leading by 9. You know, Brent, when you wonder why GMs take a risk on Project Big Man, Bam Adebayo is an example of why they do just that.
Yeah, Kevin, it's not always about the project working out. It's about teams that have a plan for the project, and certainly Miami was able to do that. We have to credit Bam. He put the work in. The guy has been solid. He's an all-star. He's continuing to improve, and he gives you everything on both ends of the floor every night.
Knicks trail by 6. Pass to Griffin. And here's Towns. Here's McCain. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. McCain's got 9.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
We've got 1:13 left in the first half. They get it again. Back to Jaquez. Now Adebayo. For 3. And he nails it. The three-pointer falls from Z. Z's got 28.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out. Give him some space. Let him get to work.
Here's Buffkin. Covered by Mitchell. Buffkin, no good. Miami leading by 6. For the 3. It's rebounded by New York. Towns has got 4 rebounds in this game. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. The Knicks shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. A different look for Miami. Roddy's checked in, and it's Hardy in for Mitchell. Knicks trail by 5. Outside Griffin. There's a good screen. New York, no good that time either. Miami's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first.
Oh, my. He's just getting nasty on him now, fella.
You know, now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really breaks out the really slick moves. Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. McCain's shot is off. Here's Adebayo. Takes the 12-footer and hits. And now a 9-point Miami lead.
Boy, did he burrow his way in there, and the D just sort of backed off.
And so it's Miami, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back right after this.
Fans, please represent the center court. And get ready for the fans.
A bunch of long-range snipers, cold-blooded. Still a way to go with the selection process, but this is a strong start.
And returning our attention to this game, a solid first half for the Heat.
When you take care of the boards, usually think.
And that is it for half.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. What a game we're seeing from Z.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
You want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Kicking off the second half, here's Taylor Jenkins' 5. Frazier is out there with Griffin. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Towns. And it's McCain in at the 2. It feels like every season, Brent, we set a record for pace in the NBA. Why do you think that is?
Well, I don't know, Kevin, if it's every team that's seeking pace, although in every coach's press conference, you'll hear about them talking about playing faster and wanting to get out in transition. But that's where you take advantages of defenses most. Look, if you got a young team, open up the floodgates and let them run. Probably more success coming your way.
From outside, off the mark.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Knicks trail by 11.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Frazier. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Frazier's got 5.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Here's Z. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Z's got the lead up to 11 now for Miami. Outside Griffin. There's the pick. Takes the 3. Rebound by the Heat. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Towns. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Towns down low. Launches a 3. And with that, the Heat lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Brunson.
Really quick release there from Brunson. Let that one go in a hurry.
Pass to Z. From the arc. Connects again from distance.
Night in and night out, you can count on him to stretch the defense and just open up the floor.
Would you believe he's now tied for 5th most triples in a single season? It's amazing.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
He had a nice open look right there. 13 points in the game.
Well, that equals his 3-point total from the first half. He had one before the break, and that's his first 3 of this half.
And Miami making a change here. Hero's checked in, and a switcher also for New York. Williams, he's checked in for Griffin. Here's Z, and again for 3.
Now claiming the mark for hitting the 5th most threes in a season. Wow.
A tremendous feat. It's incredible how he can control the game from the perimeter.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive. Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Here's Frazier. Jaquez with the rebound.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And the 3 ball is good. Z's got 47 points.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
We've got a timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. He's ready to talk things through with the team. A different look for Miami. Buffs jacked in, and Trendon Watford subbed in for Jaime Jaquez. Towns dishes to Williams. Pass to McCain. Rebounded by Hardy.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
Another one goes. Incredible.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. And there's a whistle. That goes on Z. We've got Z. Hero out there with Jaime Jaquez. And it's Mitchell. And it's Huff in at the 5. It's the group on the floor for Miami.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game. He's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
Here's Z. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
New York's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Pass to Dort. They set the pick. Griffin against Hero. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Trendon Watford's checked in for Miami. Here's Z. Connects from 3-point range. Z's got 59 points.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the 3-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Here's the 3. It's rebounded by New York. Brunson kicks to Griffin. Offline with his 3.
The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from 3-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
The Knicks have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the 4th, 4 of 9. We've heard players and coaches complain, Brent, that the rules are too skewed in favor of the offense. You think that's true?
Well, Kevin, offense sells, and the fact that we've talked about how the league has increased pace, you don't really even have time to play defense in today's game. The one thing that I do like is that the league has allowed for some variance and some zone defense to start to be employed. So tactically, coaches are trying to throw different strategies out there, but man to man, it's hard. That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Here's Z. Good, he hits again. That's 62 points, 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Miami.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so checking out their record tonight, that'll mark win number 32 overall.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Z.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
McCain's shot is off.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
Z can't get it to go. Brunson surveying the D. So Miami takes this one by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.